Let's take a look back 15 years ago. Fast and Furious was just a street racing movie, and now here you are with spies and guns and shit. My 15 years have changed, that's for sure. Furious 7. So Furious 7 is the sequel to, is the seventh installment in the Fast and Furious saga, and it takes place literally after Fast and Furious 6 and kind of before, during, and after the events of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And I'm a huge fan of the Fast and Furious films. I enjoy the first one. The second one, I think it's my least favorite of the whole saga. Tokyo Drift, I think, is the most underrated one of the franchise. The fourth one I thought was eh. Fifth one I thought was awesome. Sixth one I really enjoyed, and with this one, I was so excited like crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, the fact that this one finally takes place after Tokyo Drift, and we get to see the characters at now they're at peace. Now they're finally home, and the and I was just so excited. Also, the fact that there's a brand new director, because Justin Lin, who did Tokyo Drift all the way up to the sixth one, isn't directing this one. It's James Wan, who did The Conjuring, Saw, the first Saw at least, and Insidious. And now he's doing a big budget action movie, and I was so excited. So in Furious 7, Jason Statham plays the brother of Luke Evans, who's the bad guy in Fast and Furious 6, and he's on a quest for revenge. He wants to give Dominic Toretto hell. He wants to make his life as miserable as possible, and he uses every single opportunity he can to try to kill him. And Dom and the whole crew, they're being hunted down, and they want to bring Jason Statham down. But in order to do that, they need this piece of technology called God's Eye, or the God's Eye, or just one of those things, in order to find Jason Statham. And that is basically what the movie's about. I mean, it's got your classic car races, gun shootings and everything like that. It's awesome. Can you tell I enjoy this movie? Guys, I think in my opinion, it is the best of the franchise. I thought you couldn't top the fifth one at all. I mean, I thought six was pretty close, but I didn't think you could top what they had done in Fast Five, but they certainly did in Fast and Furious 7. I think James Wan did an incredible job. I thought he was a perfect sort of fit for this world after what had Justin Lin done, and I thought he did a great job. Obviously, you don't go into these movies and being like, well, let's see if Oscar season comes early. You know what I mean? You come into these movies just to have a blast, and this one definitely does. I mean, this movie has some of the most over the top, goofiest action sequences I've seen. I mean, you thought the scene where Toretto saves Letty in the sixth movie was over the top. That scene is Christopher Nolan realism compared to the shit we see in this movie. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon in a lot of ways, but in the best way possible. It's also kind of like a video game. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. You know. Jason Statham, he is a great bad guy in this movie. I mean, I had never really felt like we had gotten like the ultimate bad guy in the Fast and Furious films. I thought, I thought they had an opportunity with that with Dwayne Johnson in the fifth one, but later on, he turns out to be their friend. So I never really felt like we had gotten a Fast and Furious bad guy until that was the ultimate bad guy until Jason Statham. Jason Statham is Jason Statham in this movie. He's angry, he's cold, he does everything he can to try to kill Dominic Toretto, and it's awesome. And the rest of the cast is good as well. I mean, Vin Diesel still, what you expect from Vin Diesel, and he's pretty good. Paul Walker, the guy. This was the guy's like last performance, and I think he ended things on a happy note. Michelle Rodriguez was good. Tyrese Gibson was hilarious. So was Ludacris. Kurt Russell was in this movie. Kurt Russell just looked like he was having the time of his life on this movie. You could tell he was having so much fun. It was awesome, The Rock, was in this movie briefly, and that's actually one of my main criticisms about this movie is that The Rock isn't in this movie as much. He's kind of underused, but when he's on screen, he kills it. He's awesome. He gives the one-liners and shit, and there are some lines that he says that you're like, I don't know if anybody could have pulled that line off as good as The Rock could have. He did great. I enjoyed him. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, one of the big issues the production had was that was the untimely death of Paul Walker, and they had to find a way to really conclude his character. And I thought they did it in such a perfect way, in such a way that was beautiful, that was emotional, and you know, there was not a dry eye in the theater when I was there. Everyone was literally in tears at the end, myself included. When the movie ended, I was just like, yes, thank you, James. I want to thank you, Universal and the Fast family, because that was impossible to do, but you guys pulled it off flawlessly, and that's I definitely, it was pretty emotional, and I think fans of Paul Walker, I think the Fast fans are gonna love it. I certainly did. But I thought Fury. I think Fury 7 is my favorite of the franchise so far. I had fun. I had a blast with it. It got me. It was really touching. It was everything I enjoy in a movie. You know what I mean? It's exciting. It's emotional. It's a lot of fun. It's what I like in movies. And I know they're talking about an eighth one, and I am curious to see what they do, especially with the way they conclude things in this movie. But overall, I would give Furious 7 a minus. Yeah, a minus. I think that's suitable. I enjoy this movie. I enjoy this movie so much. I can't wait to see I can't wait to see if they go forward with the franchise, what they do. I it is in my opinion the best of the series, and so yeah, that's my thoughts on Furious 7. I enjoyed it. What do you think about it? Comment below, let me know, and let the whole world know. That's my thoughts on Furious 7, and I will be doing more reviews in the coming days. I do plan on reviewing the last of the MCU. I've done the majority of them aside from 4 movies that I will get to, but that's my thoughts on Furious 7.